Stop. If you think you need 20% down to buy a house, that belief might be wrong. Most people delay homeownership for years because they think they need a massive pile of cash. But there's a real government-backed loan program that allows qualified buyers to purchase with 0% down. Not 3%, not 5%, 0. In this video, I'll break down exactly how the USDA loan works, who qualifies, what rural really means, and how you can check your eligibility step by step. Let's get into it.
All right, let's talk about buying a house. Think you need this huge pile of cash saved up? Well, what if I told you there's this government program that could get you the keys to your own place with literally zero money down? Yeah, you heard that right. It's a USDA program, and honestly, it's a game changer that not enough people know about. I mean, for most of us, that's the biggest hurdle, right? That giant down payment. You save and you save, but it feels like you're never quite there. The goalposts just keep shifting. But imagine for a second, what if that whole barrier just wasn't there?
And no, that is not a typo. We are talking about a real government-backed way to own a home that requires 0% down. It means you can get a loan for the entire price of the house. No need for that giant stack of cash you thought you needed. So this is the magic behind it all. The official name is the USDA Section 502 Guaranteed Loan Program. A bit of a mouthful, I know, but the key takeaway is its promise: 100% financing for homes in certain areas.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, is this for me? Well, let's find out. There are basically three big questions we need to answer to check your eligibility. It comes down to who you are, where you want to buy, and what your income looks like. All right, first up, you, the applicant. Pretty straightforward stuff here. You've got to be a U.S. citizen, a U.S. non-citizen national, or a qualified alien. And super important, this has to be the place you actually live in, your primary residence, no investment properties or vacation homes. Now, what about credit? Here's something interesting. While you do need to show you can handle debt, there isn't a strict minimum score set by the USDA. Okay, next piece of the puzzle: location, location, location. And yeah, the R in USDA stands for rural, so the property has to be in an eligible rural area. But hold on, rural might not mean what you think it means. We're not just talking about farms. A lot of small towns and even some suburbs right outside big cities count. The absolute best way to know for sure? Go to the USDA's website. They have an eligibility map where you can just type in an address and get a yes or no instantly. Oh, and get this, there are no set limits on how much land you can have. And the final checkpoint is your income. This program is really designed to help low and moderate income families. The rule of thumb is your household income can't go over 115% of the median income for your area. And these limits are super specific. They change depending on the county and how many people are in your family. Let's look at a real-world example to see how this works. Check out the Anniston-Oxford area in Alabama. For a family of 1 to 4 people, you could make up to almost $120,000 a year and still be eligible. And for a bigger family, 5 to 8 people, that number jumps up to over $158,000. See? This is exactly why you have to look up the numbers for your specific county, because the limits might be a lot higher than you think. All right, so let's say you check all the boxes. You're eligible. Now we get into the nitty-gritty of how this loan actually works. Because you've got to be thinking, how on earth can a bank offer a loan with zero money down and not, get wiped out? Well, here's the secret sauce. It's something called a loan note guarantee. Basically, you get your loan from a totally normal bank or credit union. But here's the twist. The USDA comes in and tells that lender, hey, we guarantee 90% of this loan. For the bank, that's huge. It takes almost all the risk off their plate, and that is what gives them the confidence to offer you 100% financing. So think of it like a team of 3. There's you, the home buyer. You go find an approved lender. Then there's the lender. They're the ones with the cash, and they handle all the application stuff. And then, kind of like a silent partner, you have the USDA in the background acting as a safety net for the lender. Everybody has their part to play. And you know what's really cool? How flexible this loan is. I mean, obviously you can use it to buy a house that's already built, or even build one from scratch. But listen to this. You can also roll in the money for repairs, your closing costs, even essential stuff for the house like a fridge or a washer and dryer. Need to pave a driveway or put up a fence? Yep, that can be part of the loan too. It's pretty incredible. Now, the loan terms themselves are really simple and designed to be stable. We're always talking about a 30-year fixed-rate loan. That's great because it means your main payment won't surprise you. The interest rate? Well, that's set by the lender you pick, so you can shop around. And again, and this is a big one, the USDA doesn't set a minimum credit score, which really opens the door for a lot of people. Okay, so you figured out you're probably eligible and you get how the loan is structured. So, what now?
Now it's time to put all this knowledge into action. Let's break down the actual steps to apply.
And you'll be happy to hear the process is pretty clear-cut. Step 1, hop on the USDA website and double-check that the house you want is in an eligible spot. Step 2, they have a list of approved lenders right there on the site. Find the ones in your state. Step 3, and please don't skip this, shop around. Compare a few lenders. Step 4, once you've found the one you like, they'll take it from there and walk you through their whole application process.
And this is so important to remember. You are the driver's seat here. The USDA just gives you the list of lenders who are approved to offer the loan. They don't play favorites. It is 100% up to you to call around, compare their interest rates and fees, and find the lender that feels like the right partner for you.
Click the link or button below to get partnered with a local expert lender for USDA programs in your area.
So, before we finish up, let's just zoom out for a minute and ask, why? Why does this program even exist? What's the bigger picture here?
It turns out this is about way more than just helping individuals buy a house. The real goal is to build up and strengthen rural communities. The idea is simple but powerful. If more people can afford to own homes, it creates more stable neighborhoods, boosts the local economy, and just generally makes these communities better places to live.
In fact, the program's own mission statement basically says just that. It's all about improving the quality of life in rural areas by making home ownership a real possibility for more people. So, it's not just a loan program, it's a community-building tool.
Which kind of leaves us with this one last thought to chew on. For one person, yeah, this is an amazing way to buy a home with no money down. But on a bigger scale, it's a way to invest in the fabric of the country. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Maybe strengthening an entire community really can start with something as simple as your new front door.
If you've made it this far, here's the truth. The only thing worse than not qualifying is never checking in the first place. USDA eligibility is specific to your income, your household size, and the exact property location. The numbers change by county. What disqualifies one person in one area could fully approve someone else just a few miles away. So instead of guessing, click the link or button below. We'll connect you with a USDA-qualified lender who can run the real numbers for your situation, and a local expert agent who understands USDA-eligible areas in your market and can help you find properties that actually qualify. No pressure, no obligation, just clarity. Because if you can buy with zero down, you deserve to know. Click below and let's see what's possible.